What's up, fellow hip-hop heads, music lovers, subscribers, or just people who randomly clicked on this video and wish they hadn't? The name's Gabe, in case you don't know. Just want to explain something real quick. The following video you're about to see contains reviews for 3 albums that aren't exactly brand new, but I've been wanting to review them. But originally this video was to contain 4, that 4th one being Lil Wayne's new album, The Carter 4. I decided to take that one out because I'm going to upload it on its own. For a couple of reasons. One, I didn't want this video to be too long. And because there's a few things I had to take out of it, and there's a few things I want to add to it. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video enough to where you'll tune in for that one. So here they are, Watch the Throne, the R.E.D album, and Success is Certain. Just remember these are my opinions, so I hope you can respect that. So here we go. First album is Watch the Throne by Jay-Z and Kanye West. Now many highly anticipated this album, myself included, since I'm a huge fan of Jay-Z and Kanye. And usually when these two titans clash, you get pure gold. Here you actually just get silver. Now even though this was a decent album, it's rather disappointing considering the great music that these two have put out recently. It's just, to me, this album was hit and miss. Where it succeeded in one department, it kind of faltered in others. Lyrically, no problem. Jay-Z and Kanye continue to rock the mic like the true showmen that they are. Jay-Z obviously is an established artist and has nothing more to prove, but he maintains his energetic flow, his charisma. We all know that Kanye has his magical way with words and his ingenious wordplay. The main problem I had was the production. It wasn't bad, but in some cases it just seemed rushed. In some cases it's too theatrical, in other cases the beats are fine, but there's always this little repetitive sample that just kind of throws the song off. And some of the beats don't really complement the flows. My biggest problem with the album is that it's simply not memorable, and that's a big problem with me, because when Jay-Z and Kanye put out an album, I'm hooked on it. But it is an entertaining album while listening to it. Unfortunately, there are a few songs I have to skip, including the track with Beyonce, which I hate that song. My favorite tracks are Niggas in Paris, Don't Get All Pissed Off Cause I Use the N-Word. That's the name of the song. Otis, even though that's a radio hit song, still one of the tightest songs on the album. New Day, which is co-produced by the RZA, and the beat is just so smooth and the RZA's awesome. Last one is The Joy, which is only on the deluxe edition. I believe it's produced by Pete Rock, and the beat and the flows just sounds really reminiscent of Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt days. I'm gonna give Watch the Throne a score of 3.5 stars out of 5. It's an entertaining album, it's fun to listen to, just not memorable. Next album is The Game with the R.E.D album, or the R.E.D album, or just simply R.E.D. I gotta admit right away, this is definitely Game's weakest album. That doesn't mean it's not good. It's simply not on par with his previous releases. It's simply because the album has a smooth and strong start with the song The City, featuring Kendrick Lamar, produced by Cool and Dre, which is the type of track that you listen to and you know that more stronger stuff is on the way. But to me, the album never really took off to that Game level. It's all good stuff, it's all easy listening, hip-bobbing hip-hop, but it's also quite forgettable. The album's strongest asset is definitely Game himself. He continues to passionately flow like he's still a hungry MC. He has taken everything he has learned from previous efforts and he has utilized his skills of wordplay and storytelling. The hardcore stuff is great, definitely what you would expect from a Game album. The more R&B-ish tracks, I thought I would dislike them because I don't really like R&B mixed in with the Game. Some of them are actually quite good, plus he continues to still flow hard. The only odd thing is, even though those songs are all stacked together, it just kind of throws the album off balance. The production on this album is hit and miss. Most of it's good, most of it just is, again, not on par with his previous albums. My biggest problem is probably the featured hip-hop artists. None of them seem to match the energy that Game has. I would have preferred this album just be the Game himself, or a stronger lineup of MCs. But like I said, even though this album isn't on par with his previous ones, even though it's quite forgettable, it is an entertaining album for the moment. But it's not exactly something I want to revisit without skipping a few tracks. Favorite tracks are The City, R.E.D Nation featuring Lil Wayne, and my number 1 favorite track is Born in a Trap, produced by none other than my favorite producer of all time, DJ Premier. I'm gonna give the Red album a score of 3.5 stars out of 5. Alright, the next album is Success Is Certain by Royce the 5'9". I love Royce the 5'9". Why? Because the guy always comes with blunt verbal assaults that hit you so hard you feel like you should be wearing riot gear. His newest album is no exception. His gift of witty, sarcastic wordplay, clever punchlines, they're all displayed here in grand fashion. Royce the 5'9" is the real deal. Here, Royce is on point and focused. He does spend a lot of time rapping about himself, and he even admits to being arrogant at one point, but it's all entertaining stuff. There is one point where he does get serious on the track Security, where he raps about losing his friend, slain rapper Proof from D12, and he even addresses the beef he had with D12. Production here is not a major issue, but it's not exactly 5-star quality neither. It does work with the lines, but it could have been better. Most of the beats didn't fully grab me right away. I kinda had to warm my way up to them, and that's usually a problem for me. I like my beats to hit me hard right away. The biggest issue I have with this album is that some songs have these unnecessary and repetitive hooks. I want to hear Royce flow. I want that hardcore wordplay to continue on until the song is done. So when he starts to sing, that really does not work for me. Still, this is a solid effort, it's worth a listen, and because of his lines, I might revisit it. Favorite tracks are Writer's Block featuring Eminem, Merry Go Round, and my favorite, Second Place, produced once again by DJ Premier, who puts out the best track. I am gonna give Success Is Certain 3.5 stars out of 5. Okie dokie, so anyway, that's the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned a few things. Please comment below. Let me know if you want me to continue reviewing music. I'll definitely review more than hip-hop. So let me know if I should do this or if I should just stick to film reviews. Peace out, peeps, and like I always say, support good hip-hop, support good music.